Hello YouTube, this is the Dbtgamer show. Well, listen to our part 103. In the last episode, we killed some birds and we got the light sword. In this episode, we're going to get this small key and open a door. But first, from what I remember, this... Yes, I was right. There's something behind this.
Some birds.
Yeah, but I'm sure this is where the boss key is. So just let me see if my memory is correct. Right, close up here. Because there's a chest marked on my map, and I remember correctly, this is where the boss key is. So keep close your way up here.
Quite sneaky hiding it under here. That's where you just came from.
Aha, I need to aim for that one next. And I was right, there she is, the boss key.
Oh, fair enough. So yeah, that's what the boss key is, guys. So yeah, Devil May Cry 3, I didn't like it. At all. Devil May Cry 1, I thought that was a fantastic game. Devil May Cry 2, don't give a shit. Devil May Cry 3, I don't know. I'm not a lover of prequels, like, at all.
Snakey is a good prequel.
No, I'm not a lover of the Metal Gear Solid series. The only reason I sat through that is because I didn't have much of a choice. Yes, he eats snakes while some woman with big tits flashes her pants at you. Why? There's some guy with electric pyjamas who beats up women.
I'm thanking all the Shagglehod. The Shagglehod.
Yes. So, yeah. Prequels aren't exactly my thing, like, at all.
Resident Evil 0.
What about it?
That's a prequel, what do you think of that?
It wasn't really a prequel, it's just a sort of side story to the original, which made absolutely no fucking sense.
It made plenty of sense.
It's a story of what Rebecca Chambers went through after her helicopter crashed. So between her helicopter crashing and her meeting Chris in the mansion.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I'd like to point out that in the original Resident Evil, the Bravo team's helicopter crashed. Within about half an hour, the Alpha team was in the air trying to find them. Within about an hour, they'd found the helicopter and were in the mansion. And then, if you're playing Chris, literally about 15 minutes after that, you find Rebecca, which is roughly about, give or take, an hour and a half between Rebecca's helicopter crashing and her being found in the mansion. Resident Evil 0 takes hours. Literally fucking hours. Quite literally, if you watch that game, by the time the game ends, the sun is rising on the next day. Surely by that time the mansion would have blown up.
One thing, you can actually beat Resident Evil 3 in under 3 hours and a half. Resident Evil 0 in under an hour and a half, in under 3 hours and a half.
Still, that's not enough time for her.
Sorry,
that doesn't make sense.
That's not about my random gibberish up in there.
It doesn't matter how long it takes you to complete the game. The fact remains that at the end of that game, the sun is rising on the next day, meaning that the Alpha team have already been through the mansion and blown it up.
So there's a giant plot hole. Big deal. The entire Resident Evil series is full of plot holes.
Yeah, and it started with this bloody game. Resident Evil 0, don't get me wrong, Resident Evil 0 is a good game in itself.
Apart from that whole chest fiasco, there's a chest and you have to put all your things on the floor.
Yeah,
that was weird.
Not quite sure about
that. Left or right. This room is just basically all guesswork YouTube. You've got to jump on the right, glowy thing to make you go the right way. Just follow what I'm doing on the screen to get the pattern. It's rather annoying, there really is no way of explaining it. Anyway,
what was she talking about?
we're better talk about Devil May Cry, but I mentioned Resident Evil.
Yeah, Devil May Cry 3. Yeah, I get it. It's Dante, sort of a young rebel kind of guy, and he's still starting out. He's only just opened his shop, his sort of devil hunting business.
Devil Never Cry.
That's Devil May Cry. That's the whole thing.
End of the first game, they call it Devil Never Cry. They do.
I'm trying to remember the first game now. Are you sure about that?
I'm positive because I've just finished playing it. Trish picks the emoji, goes, "Hello, Devil Never Cry." They go,
Devil May Cry.
No,
they
Never
don't, they don't
Cry.
change it.
They do.
They don't change it.
They
Do they?
do.
I don't think they do.
They do. They do.
Well, I'll take your word for that. It's been a few years since I've actually played the game. The last bit of Devil May Cry I had contact with was the anime, and bloody hell.
Oh, it's pretty good. If not, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's now a good time to point out I'm not that much of a lover of anime. And what was it about Devil May Cry that someone, when making the anime, thought, yes, we need a little girl in a maid outfit?
It's Japan.
What the fuck? Eh? Okay, yeah, she's part of the story of the first episode. Doesn't mean you have to keep the bitch.
Oh, come on, you gotta love her. What's her name again?
Paddy, I think.
There you go.
Or something like that. So, she serves no purpose. She is quite literally just Dante's housekeeper. An 8-year-old housekeeper. How the fuck does that work?
Actually, she does serve a purpose. What about when she wakes him up when Dante almost dies? She shouts at him for about half an hour, and then he wakes up, and then kills everybody.
Dante can't die. He's a fucking demon.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have done.
Someone could drop the planet on him and wake him and shrug it off. Okay, but Dewey's being cursed.
Okay,
He's already cursed.
Let's talk about Devil May Cry 4 because you've done your opinions on 1, you do your opinions on 2, now do 4. Now you do your opinions on 3. Let's do 4.
Devil May Cry 4, I actually quite liked. Devil May Cry 4, it was actually a better sequel than Devil May Cry 2. It's sort of had a new setting, a new area. We got this guy who is kind of like Dante, but he's more of a teenager. He's more arrogant, more of a rebel. In contrast to Dante being an older rebel teenager. Yeah,
dude.
I'll stop that train of thought right now. And he's just a human who's partially possessed by this thing in his arm. That quite literally could be his arm for all I know. And it starts off with his story trying to get his girlfriend back because the whole town has been invaded by something. It's, these games don't really have any kind of specific thing. It's just something is attacking you. Go deal with it. And yeah, it goes so far. His story comes to somewhat of an end, and you think, well, shit's gone down the tube now, hasn't it? And then Dante comes in and rescues them all with what I would like to point out is the most awesome weapon of the entire fucking series, the Pandora. Dude, seriously? This thing is like awesome sauce with sauce.
Sauce with sauce.
It's like it just starts off as a briefcase, but no, it's not a briefcase. It's a machine gun. It's not a machine gun. It's a gigantic, spinny, scythe-bladed boomerang thing. No, it's not one of those. It's not that. It's a sort of. No, it's a ground-mounted mortar.
Dude, at the end of dun-dun.
Yeah, I understand. I'm finished ranting. Yeah, it's a ground-mounted mortar, but no, it's not a ground-mounted mortar. It's a sit-on, ride-on, maneuverable turret missile launcher thing. Think, my God, this thing is awesome. But no, then it's back to a briefcase that opens up and it's like this light of ever-engulfing death. Thought, my God, this thing is epic. But yeah. So yeah, Devil May Cry 4, it was alright.
Right, I'll tell you my opinion on the Devil May Cry series after this dungeon. Off we go. Right, YouTube.
We're on 10 minutes, so just so you know.
The time has finally come to take on Zant. Let's go kill this bastard.
They got extra special lock on his bedroom. That's fantastic.
The boss fight with Zant is basically one giant boss rush through previous bosses you've fought in the game.
Sounds pretty shit now I think about it.
It's but the final boss fight with the final stage is pretty good. But the other stage, yeah. Anyway,
Zant. Yeah, right.
This is my epic chair.
Isn't it ironic? Here we are, all thanks to the dark magic curse you placed on Link. He doesn't seem amused. You speak of magic, stew your tongue for a moment, whelp. And I'll tell you of both magic and the oppression of ages.
Oh god, he's got an epic speech planned.
Bloody hell! It's a fucking Protoss! Anyway, the people of our tribe, a tribe that mastered the arts of magic, were looked away in this world like insects in a cage. It's terrible, isn't it? So depressing, really. In the shadows, we regressed so much that we soon knew neither anger nor hatred. Isn't that sort of progression, not regression?
Just read the bloody text.
Not even the faintest bloom of desire.
Any bits that don't make sense, we'll just blame it on bad translation to English to Japanese or Japanese to English.
Okay. And all of it was the fault of a useless do-nothing royal family that had resigned itself to this miserable half existence. I'm a bit pissed off, you ain't noticed. I had severed it and had served and endured in that depraved household. Depraved? Far too long, my impudent princess. What, was she shagging her brother or something? What the hell?
Beyblade just keeps on ripping, yeah.
Excuse me while I do my Tasmanian Devil impersonation. You know, it's just something I'd like to do every now and again. You know, we've got guests around. And why, you ask? Because I believed I would be able to be the next to rule our people. That is why. I've literally bent over backwards. I'm quite literally bending over backwards to do this. For fuck's sake. As a Zant, part ruler, part maniac, part contortionist. Okay.
Yeah, this guy was like a knobhead.
A second-rate knobhead. Fair enough. But would they acknowledge me as their king? No! And as such I was denied the magic powers bereft in our ruler. I'm still bending over backwards, by the way. I'm doing the Matrix over here. Get this, fantastic, isn't it? Keanu Reeves that you wrote out. It was then, in the thrall of hatred and despair, that I turned my eyes to the heavens and found a god. I called him Boris.
We may need the Gandalf voice in a moment.
Yeah, I guessed. Such bit over dramatic even when I wasn't possessed, didn't I? Oh, the humanity. Sorry. Oh, the twilight. Whatever. Oh, bloody hell, I'm just in a tantrum like a baby. Someone slap him. It looks like one of those things. Yeah, it's. Bloody hell. That's not a god, that's a meteor, mate. Run, you brat!
No, that's the
I can't believe this now. Andros.
No, that's Gandalf's face.
It's the burning bush. It was visited by God. Oh, I didn't read that. Oh, fair enough.
If there's anything that you desire, I will share it with you.
Did you skip that, or was that part of a cutscene?
Cutscene.
Oh, sorry. My bad then, my bad. Too busy ranting.
So basically,
Still doing the Matrix, great. I'm quite good at this actually. I've got my mouse back on. My God, he only had one wish.
Yeah, what's going on here? Where's he going now?
Yeah, it takes a while for me to teleport to the other side of the room. Sorry about that. To merge the shadow and light worlds together.
And leave it.
Usurper King Zant.
How much time are you so far?
We're on 15:30. So do you want to leave it there and we'll continue we'll start the fight next session?
Capital idea, old chum.
See you next part then. Well, looks like we're fighting that plant thing again.
Yes.